What is up, Beauty Tribe? It's your girl Naja here, and I'm back with another video. And this video is going to be a Tribe Tea segment. That is when you guys send me in your stories, we kiki, we react, we give advice, all that jazz. And you guys know what I like to do with these segments. I don't like to waste any time, okay? So let's just get right on into it. If you like my Tribe Tea segments, or if you just like me in general, please give this video a big thumbs up. Make sure that you are notified. Make sure that notification bell is hit so you know every time I post, Wednesday through Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And every time you see my face or any of your favorite YouTubers' faces, make sure that that subscribe button is hit because YouTube be on that bullshit. Alright, so you guys know the drill. I like to read these from my laptop because my phone be tripping, child, and I don't got the time to be trying to find shit. I'm trying to get y'all stories heard, okay? So this one is called When Minding Your Business Goes Bad. Hey Naja, my name is Kay for privacy's sake. I'm 20 years old and I'm an Aquarius Pisces cusp. I love your videos and you're the only YouTuber I watched a 24-minute ad for. Jesus, YouTube hitting people like that? 24-minute ad? Bless. I appreciate you, sis. I really do. Summer 2018, I worked at a popular movie theater and mornings at a movie theater are never busy. So I was like, just fuck it and let whoever came in do their thing. The only people that really came into the movie theater in the mornings were elderly people and fucking weirdos, to be frank. There's a specific lady who came in every once in a while and always looked like she woke up with a fifth in her hand. Damn. But hey, she wasn't the only person to come up in there looking like that, so I didn't pay her no mind. I was working at the concession stand, setting up and minding my business. Usually people come in with a small backpack or purse, but this lady had a damn hiking backpack and it looked like she stuffed a queen-size comforter inside of it. Look, sis was trying to be comfortable. She was trying to chill. She was acting like this is her home. Like, I don't see the problem. I didn't pay her any mind. She came up to me, ordered popcorn. I gave her the popcorn. She walks over to the bar. This particular theater, there was a full bar. I already know a movie theater you talking to because I go to that movie theater too because they have the full bar and I can feel fancy, you know. I know a movie theater you work at, sis. She yells from across the theater, "Why ain't the bar open?" Sis, it's morning. Sis, you should have hit the liquor store and put it in that big ass hiking backpack of yours. Me, it's 10:30 a.m. The bar won't be open till 3 p.m. She rolls her eyes and stomps off into the theater. I get back to setting up the concession stand and minding my business. A couple hours go by and at this point only 60 people in total came into the theater and I'm at the register watching Netflix. Honestly, truly. My view from the register is straight down the hallway where all the auditoriums are so I can clearly see what people are doing, but I wasn't paying attention because there was hardly anyone there. People movie hop all day, but as long as you weren't being rowdy or in someone's seat, you can't, who really cares? From the corner of my fucking floor, landing smack dead in the center of the hallway. Hold on. From the corner of my eye, I see someone run from the auditorium doorway to the next like a freaking ninja. That's when I saw her dive on the floor, smack dead in the center of the hallway. Why the hell was it this lady was mad that the bar was closed? So I looked at her, she looked at me, then this bitch started army crawling to the next theater. I'm gonna need y'all to call the police, like she need to go. I let that shit slide, but I shouldn't have. A few more hours go by and a man comes out of an auditorium asking for a manager. Next thing I know, 2 police officers and my general manager run in, grab the lady and bring her out. Each officer has one of her arms and she's just kicking her feet. And I'm sitting there shook like what the hell just happened? Finally, everything calms down and I switch to ticket taker. The lady comes running back in, pushes me out the way and yells, "I forgot my stuff." The cops would have had to take me too. You can't just be running in here pushing people. Like, I don't get paid enough for, no, what? Finally, everything calms down and my GM and I, even though I wasn't supposed to, went after her. Her stuff was spread across 3 different theaters and she had it set up like she was camping. She ran back out with a bottle of alcohol into the parking lot, then throws the bottle in the air. The police come back and locked her ass up. Stuff like this happens all the time at this theater that isn't reported. Girl, I don't know about you. I live for shit like that. Like when my job be having stupid shit going on, I live for shit like that. As long as you're not cutting my check, you're not putting your hands on me, I live for it, bitch. Like that just makes the clock go by faster. Like let's go. This one is called, this one is called My White Best Friend Needs to Mind His 5'4" Business. You're petty, sis. You're petty. You are so petty. Naja, I know I just updated you, but I really want to vent and ask what I should do about this separate situation. If you can read this on live, I'll appreciate it so I can answer my questions. Well, theirs isn't that long and all the long ones go on the live, so hopefully you're in the premiere right now. I have a white best friend. I've known him since 10th grade and I graduated 3 to 4 years ago now. I'm 21 years old. He's 21 as well, and he has a problem always telling me what my grown ass should and should not do. Yes, I'm his best friend, but he goes out of the way to judge and belittle me on problems I present to him all the time. Why is that your best friend? Since dating my boyfriend, I've watched him in relationships and get out of relationships, then mourn said relationships and fuck his married coworker with husband from his job at Wendy's and gripe about his problems to me over a beer when we go out. He's been very flaky since we started college a few years ago, and I recently started letting him back into my life. He wanted to be friends again, even though he's tried screwing my girlfriend or not, and I've dodged all of his 5'4" advances. So your friend is straight. You said he's tried screwing me, girlfriend. He tried screwing me, girlfriend or not, and I've dodged all 5'4" advances. Okay, so basically, regardless if he has a girlfriend or not, he's trying to smash you. Why is that your best friend? Okay, I'm 5'9", I have a boyfriend. Why do you keep adding the height into it? You are so petty. Short men need love too. I've never dated one, but short men need love too. Shit, if you were 5'5", you're still taller than me. So he's 5'4", he's still taller than me. So, I don't know. 5'9", I have a boyfriend. So a year ago, I cut my best friend off. He told me it was because he got out of his long relationship and was horny and isn't sexually attracted to me and was just horny when I sat him down to ask what the fuck. So the first night, not seeing him for a year a week ago. I didn't believe him. He would constantly try to touch me when we were alone right before he went and saw his girlfriend. He's not my type, so of course I would say no. He also loves to say I'm wrong in every situation I bring up to him and overall not the most supportive person to be around. I hate how I'm also the butt of the joke, but I'm never supposed to judge his character on how he handles his brother with a heroin addiction or his young pregnant sister. Trust me, he talks about my family too, even when the situations aren't even that drastic. Also, he works at Wendy's. Girl, you mentioned that. As a manager and steals out the register, tells me, and I'm not supposed to say anything negative about it. Every time I've grown distaste for his actions, and now he's willing to dish it out and drag me, but when it's the other way around, he's not for it. He still calls himself my bestie, but I don't think so, since he's willing and ready to jump into my business and ask me all these questions, and then judge my situation like his shit don't stink. Also, he tells me to leave my boyfriend and wants me to be single even though he doesn't know the full scope. I told him relationships are complicated. I was single for a while before my boyfriend and I don't want to be on Tinder praying anymore. He said this to me. This time next year, you're gonna be sitting here wondering why you were with your boyfriend forever and you're gonna be alone again. Girl, how is this your friend? Like, I don't understand. How did y'all even end up being friends? Like, this doesn't make any sense. My boyfriend and I are fine. Yeah, we fight, but I don't be telling him everything and he encourages me to leave him. I don't believe he isn't sexually attracted to me and I think he wants my boyfriend gone so he can strike. He's so annoying, Naja, and he voted for Trump. So my question is, should I cut him off for good this time? Duh. Like, I don't even know why you even, I feel like this email should have just been like, let me vent about this dude that I don't fuck with. Like, why would you even want to be his friend? It doesn't seem like he's contributing anything positive to your life. It seems like you don't like him that much. It seems like he doesn't like you that much. And all he really wants to do is probably just like smash and be like, that's so weird. That's why I don't see that's why in like situationships like that is why people usually don't take me seriously when I tell them my best friend is a straight guy. Because it's like, there's this stigma of men and sometimes girls being like, oh yeah, that's my best friend, but then you're sexually attracted to them or like you want to fuck them, and it just gives a bad rep to people like me and a lot of other people out there who can have a best friend of the opposite sex who, you know, is straight, and we're genuinely just best friends. Like, we don't think about fucking each other, we don't try each other on no shit like that. Like, that's why I'm like, is he even really your best friend, or is he just some dude who's been trying to fuck you for a few years and you still haven't given it up and he's just persistent? Like, sis, don't fuck with him no more. Like, what do y'all think? Give her some advice. But I just feel like you already know what you need to do. Just stop talking to him. Like, I don't get it. Okay, this one is called My Fiance's Family Hates Me Because I'm White. Where do I even start, girl? First off, sorry it's so long, but the tea is hot. The story isn't long, you just type big as fuck, like god damn. So I meet this dude at the bar in the most embarrassing way. Me and my friend went out drinking. I was 18 at the time. I'm from Australia and 18 is the legal drinking age here. I'm what you call a goody two-shoes, so I didn't do much drinking before I was 18. Anyway, I get shit-faced, man, like can't remember most of the night shit-faced. Anyway, this guy touched my ass after I pushed this girl out of the ladies' bathroom. Damn, usually, you know, I don't know if it's just me, but when I get drunk, I'm like every girl's best friend in the bathroom. Like, what? So I turned around and punched him. Sadly, I was drunk, so it wasn't hard as I'd like. Tell me why this grown-ass man started yelling at me saying I was asking for it. One, I wasn't wearing anything slutty, and two, even if I was and my tits and ass were out, I wasn't asking for shit. I don't think he was talking about you asking for it as in like getting assaulted like sexually. I feel like he was saying like, bitch, you punched me in my face, you asking to get your ass hit. Like, I'm not saying that he should do that, but that's what I think he was implying with that. This asshole pushed me back. I was about to land flat on my ass when Hunter saved my ass. He was a security and kicked him out, then bought me a drink. He was smoking chocolate skin, best eyes you'll ever see, and muscles. I would have jumped his ass right there. Anyways, that's how we met. He ended up driving me and my mate home. Anyway, I'm a fat girl and now 19, we are dating. Why did you just add that in there? Like, you just like, yeah, so, you know, I'm a fat girl, I'm 19, okay. And I have been dating them for almost 6 months and we were friends for a long time. He is 14 years older than me. My family loves him, of course. They were a bit iffy at first, seeing he is 14 years older. So his mom came to town about 2 weeks ago looking for a house to move here. He took me to meet his family once they had a house. His sister meets us at the door and looks your girl up and down before asking him, you're still messing with whitey? Damn, my voice just cracked, like, damn. I didn't know what the fuck to say. I was trying not to let it get to me. His dad was a beautiful human being. Talking with him was great. I'm an Aries and he's a Leo, and his dad was a Leo, just like Hunter. So we got on great, and then the fucker came home, aka his mom. I know you did not just call this man's mom a fucker, oh my god. Lock eyes and I smile, I tell her my name and that I like her house. They just moved in. She looked me up and down and looked at Hunter and said, when will your girlfriend come home? The one you told me you'll marry, or something like that. And Hunter shut her down saying that I was his girlfriend and I was the one he was talking about. Side note, I was the only white human in the house. So when this woman and his sister start to gang up on me after dinner as I help with dish, it took everything in me not to throw hands. So the mom yells at me, oh, so you're only with him for his look? You're just like his other white sluts? And I snapped. You cannot walk all over me. As I was gonna clap back and possibly end my relationship with this man for what would fall out of my mouth, Hunter jumps in. I guess he heard her yelling. He asked what was going on. I took a deep breath and just told him I wasn't feeling well, hoping he would take me home and I could just calm down. I've lost a lot of friends out of talking this out. Well, pissed off, so I learned my lessons about calming down, then talking. Then the mom said, this fat little hoe is using all your money. Look, sis, I don't know where this story is going, but it sounds to me like this just isn't gonna work and there's no point in putting yourself through this bullshit and dealing with this family. What? She said, the problem is I love him so much. Even if he is my first everything, what we have is real. He loves me. He stood up to his mom for me. That shit still blows my mind. Every other guy I know would have never did that. So what do you think I should do? I won't leave him, seeing he has done nothing wrong time and time again. He stood up for her for me. Ask my dad if he could marry me. He just prefers. I'll tell him I'm pregnant, and one day when he's home, I know he'll be happy. Oh, by the way, he moves around for work. If there's a big event, he will be ghost security for there before coming back. Girl, your accent is so thick. Like, I'm sorry, guys that are in the premiere. Sorry if I'm like struggling right now. It's just your accent is thick as fuck. So basically, she's pregnant by him. And at this point, sis, you're pregnant. Like, what can the family do? Like, you're about to have a baby with this man. What more can you do at this point? You get what I'm saying? Like, you're about to have a baby with him. I know you don't want to leave him. It's like, okay, you don't want to leave him. You're having a baby with him. I mean, I feel like the decision has already been made for you, that you're just going to stick with him throughout all the bullshit. Like, I don't really know what you need advice on. Me personally, I would have left him as soon as I met his family for the first time. Like, you are a beautiful girl. You sent me pictures of you. That's not the only person in the world that's ever gonna want you. You get what I'm saying? Like, I personally would have left. But now that the stakes have changed and there's a child involved and you genuinely love him, he sticks up for you, he loves you, and you wanna go against that wave, do it, sis. I mean, shit. It's your life. What do you guys think that she should do? Let her know in the comments below. I mean, I feel like the ship has already sailed. Okay, this is the last story, and it's called My Roommate Tried to Send Me to Jail. Naja, I hope you're having a good day. I love binge watching your tribe teas. So a little zodiac background on the characters. I'm a Capricorn. Oh shit, child, there's like 5 characters. All right. I'm a Capricorn, Loco's an Aquarius, Mary's is a Pisces, Sam is a Cancer. I'm gonna make a prediction. You and Mary get along. Basically, Mary get along with everybody, but you and Mary get along. That's my prediction. You guys always send me your astrology signs as if it'll really make a difference in the story, but I decided to actually just do something with it for once, because I always just be like, okay, good for y'all. I had this one roommate named Loco for 2 years. Our freshman year of college together, we got paired up through this matchmaking roommate thing. So basically, she would go out with her friends every day and do what she loves to call her bullshit. I quite frankly didn't care as long as she didn't wake me up when I was asleep. She used to anyways. Her dumb high ass used to make Hot Pockets at 2 a.m. in my microwave. Girl, I would have been like, if you don't go to sleep, if you don't go to a gas station and heat that bitch up, don't know. When I tell you I was more heated than that Hot Pocket, I picked up a shoe and chucked it at her ass. Sis, she continued to do her separate bullshit, which caused problems within the dorm. She had a friend that threatened to kill everybody, so we had to lock the doors. And she was passed out drunk in the hallway, and her friend was knocking on my door to come let her ass in. By the way, my foot was broken at this time, so I had to put my boot on and limp to help her bitch ass. One day, this bitch decided to steal my bleach. Now, I knew her ass never cleaned because she had to ask me how to clean the bathroom the first week of school, so I didn't understand what she was using the bleach for. I later found out she let one of her friends borrow it, and I never got the bleach back. Fast forward to my sophomore year of college, I was excited and happy to get away from her ass. I had an apartment this year so I could have my own room and a kitchen so I wouldn't get food poisoning from the cafeteria. I walked in with my boxes and stuff, and I see her ass moving into the same apartment as me. I would have had to hit somebody up, like, no ma'am. No ma'am. I was flabbergasted, like, what the fuck? I couldn't believe this bitch followed me. I immediately called the housing department. They said I had to live with her for 3 weeks before I can get a new room. So over the next 3 weeks, she didn't bother me that much, so I ignored it. When I came back from winter break in January, the new bullshit started. She was always in her room, which is weird for her, so I asked her why she was always there. She told me that she lost all her friends and how she had a pound of weed in the apartment and the police were here. What? I was like, the hell? In 1 fucking month? So anyway, I continued to do me, but when my friends would come over to hang out, she always felt this need to verbalize her opinion, which no one asked her. But what really started to piss me off is when her ass would scream at 1 a.m. Now, my only rule for the apartment was, don't wake me up unless you're dying. So I get up because this bitch crying loud as fuck. My other roommate, Mary, was like, what the fuck? And the dog was like, what the fuck too? So we get up and we go down and see what's wrong. She doesn't tell us, so I take my ass back to bed. We asked my third roommate, Sam, did she hear anything last night? And she was like, no. Girl, when do we get to the part? I feel like I'm getting a little too, like, impatient, because I'm like, is all of this detail really necessary for the story? But one day, Loco says that she's supposed to be an inpatient. Me and Mary were concerned when she was talking, so we called Mary's mom, who's a doctor. We later went back that night and talked to Loco about the situation, but she couldn't sit long enough to hear us because she wanted to smoke weed. So over time, me and Mary just start to push away from her. For me, she caused me too much anxiety, and I already have anxiety problems. And Mary just has a lot of medical problems, but this bitch didn't get it and would continuously want our attention. Hell, my friends stopped coming over because they hated her. Girl, it's been 3 weeks. Get her the fuck out. This bitch, talking about Loco, has the nerve to utter out her mouth, but she's talking about me. Didn't do anything last week but lay in her bed. Why would y'all talk about me? I was laying in my bed for weeks because a lot of things had happened in my life that had built up and tore me down, so I didn't know what to do besides lay down. I got instantly pissed because all the shit I had helped her with, and this is how she's gonna come back at me. I stood off that couch and yelled, listen here, bitch, and she cut me off. So then I began to yell, shut up, repeatedly, and pick up a plastic plant that was on the table and began to walk towards her. She somehow got off the table and ran into her room. I don't remember much of what happened with the altercation because I was so angry that I blacked out. Bitch, well, you probably, But my 2 other roommates had told me I threw the table and broke an outlet and broke the pepper shaker, but I never hit her. So I texted my mom telling her what happened just in case something went south. I didn't call because I knew my mom would be asleep. The next day, my mom called telling me Loco's mom called and texted her angrily and wanted to press charges against me for assault. I told my parents the story and they said they didn't see where she could press charges against me. Everything seemed fine and dandy until Easter weekend when her mom showed up. Her mom called us all into the living room to talk to us, saying she thought we were friends and whatnot, and she looked at me and asked what I was going to do with the plant. I told her my therapist said it would keep me grounded because you know the earth and the plant is from the earth. I believe that shit too. But when Loco comes in yelling she wanted an apology and Mary flat out said, hell no, bitch. And I shook my head. And then she started yelling louder. So I got my black ass up and left and closed my door to my room. Now this whole time when her mom's trying to talk to us, I had my parents on the phone just in case she says some shit. Fast forward, her mom never came back, but we all move out this weekend, so I don't know what's gonna happen then. Loco won't look at me in the eye, won't leave if I'm in the kitchen or living room, and gets frightened when she sees me. And girl, it's never been more quiet in my apartment. Okay, what I don't get about that is like, why not save everybody the stress and the trouble and just leave? Like, why don't you and Mary leave? Like, I don't get why it has to be like this messy, catty, who's throwing plants and breaking salt shakers and who's gonna press charges on who. Like, leave. Like, and then y'all are grown. Like, why are y'all mamas getting involved in the shit? Like, y'all should be able to talk things out and figure things out amongst yourself and not involve your parents. Like, y'all are all grown. I feel like it's about that time that you need to leave. Like, point blank. Like, that whole thing could have just been avoided if after that 3-week period was done, you hit up the people and you swapped out. Because even though, sure, those 3 weeks may have been dandy, you spent, what, a whole year with this girl and it was trash, but now because you got a good 3 weeks going on, it's like, oh, okay, yeah. No, sis, you could have really avoided that whole thing. What do you guys think about that story? I feel like she should have just left and it would have saved a lot of problems. Alright guys, so that is it for today's Tribe Tea. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys want your story heard on this channel, please go ahead and send it to the email in the description below. And a tip, it's okay to have long stories, but make sure that the reason why it's long is because the details are necessary. Don't make it a novel when it don't need to be a novel. Like, you get what I'm saying? Especially if it's like boring interval details where it doesn't really keep us on our toes. It keeps us like, okay, when is the tea gonna happen? You get what I'm saying? Like, just a tip for you guys out there. But that's pretty much it for this episode. I will see you guys next time. Bye.